Welcome back, everybody, to the Summit 3. We're here in the SCA division. Our opening series going to a Game 3 decider. It's Nvidia Aces taking on Rex, Regum, Keon. I'm GoDz. Joining me is WinteR. Who's going to take this series, WinteR? Who's your money on?
I think Rex Regum looked like the stronger team,
Okay.
even though they had a very bad first game. But I don't know. It feels like they're gonna be much better. They're more solid on like the team execution stuff. Like the first game they had a very bad game, but second game you could tell they were more organized and yeah, I think they have the edge.
Yeah, even going back to
against-
that game one, like a couple like bad individual performances, and then combine that with the fact they didn't really have a good comeback mechanic in their draft.
They didn't even have a bad like draft the first game. Like it was just like they were leading at some point and they made a couple of like team decisions that weren't really good, and the whole game just became really bad after that. So like the second game you could tell like when everything is going well they were composed and like the team play was much better. So I think they are the far stronger team compared to Aces. So they're probably my money will be on them.
Alrighty, well, draft is about to unravel here. It's going to be Nvidia Aces on the Radiant side once again, having choice over side and pick. Chose the first pick, RRQ taking that dire side, and we'll see what picks will be coming out here. Aces going for the Vengeful Spirit once more. For RRQ, it's going to be the Lion opening, which they've had in the last two games. Phoenix playing Lion in both Game 1 and Game 2.
Yeah, it's a very strong, like I mentioned a couple of times, it's the replacement for Skyraft Mage, the new replacement. Even though we've seen Skyraft still here and there, but Lion's just far superior compared to Skyraft in a lot of reasoning is because of the rise of Axe, but we didn't see Axe the last game. I think it wasn't banned as well, and this game we still haven't seen Axe, but just Lion in general is very good in the current phase, like the top support pick.
Yeah. And again with the Shadow Fiend. So we saw Game 1, the Shadow Fiend do reasonably well. I mean, didn't work out for them as far as winning the game, but I mean, their mid laner so far.
He could have played like the Medusa the last game, you know?
Yeah.
Like get the Midas and just keep in the first game for Rex Regum.
Going a bit greedier and things could have gone maybe a little bit better, but we'll see how things.
This game they have the dire side, so Shadow Fiend definitely much more useful to get the easy rush if they want to go for sort of a lineup that actually focuses on that advantage with the Shadow Fiend and Nvidia Aces. Let's see what they want to go for with the bench. They could possibly go for the Chen here, which is I think very strong in the current meta, bench plus Chen, but they're going to go for a lot of team fight control versus Void, which is similar to what they had the last game. They're a team that focuses a lot on playing with the team fight spells.
Yeah. And that's one of those heroes which could have really suited them nicely as far as giving them a lockdown to deal with the Storm last game. It was actually banned out in that 5th slot.
Yeah.
And was probably
in that regard, I would say that Silencer is a hero that actually would fight Nvidia Aces most of the lineup very well because of how it works against those big team fight heroes with the global silence.
Yeah. We'll see what the plan's going to be. Maybe even a hero worth considering banning out if you're Aces, but I guess Void is kind of a natural BKB buyer in the kind of the mid game stage. Obviously, he has to farm it up, and as an offlaner, he may struggle to get that farm. So we'll see what the plan's going to be. Sniper banned out by RRQ. Some good kind of
good against the Shadow
Void. Yeah, good against Shadow Fiends. So we'll see what the two teams have in store. It seems neither of them seem to be prioritizing or valuing Chen that highly.
Yeah, I think Chen is very strong.
Yeah, yeah,
it's very, very strong.
Oh, absolutely. It seems. I mean, that's kind of the general consensus. I mean, from looking at the teams, and what the top team said about DAC was that Chen is ridiculously good right now.
If you have like a sort of bench Chen lineup against like you want to have those sort of lineup against like a dire lineup which focuses on rush, so you can actually avoid the enemy team doing the rush with your 5-man. But they're not going to pick Chen because I think they have never played that hero. Nvidia Aces, I have never seen them play that hero, so I don't expect them to actually pick that hero, even though it could be a good choice here. But actually neither team actually plays that hero, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, They'll be going a different direction here then, perhaps. So PL gets banned out once more, this time in the second stage, not the first stage.
Skyraf would be a good addition to Nvidia Aces lineup.
They're probably looking at a support that goes with the Void Ultimate. So your Skywrath, your Witch Doctor, an Ancient Apparition even. Some kind of synergy with that Void Ultimate. Feels like it's be silly not to get a secondary support to go with it.
Yeah, it depends on what they want on the other lanes. So because Skywrath, like the difference between Skywrath and Witch Doctor is Skywrath can be very aggressive early on. It's very strong at level 2. So it opens up a lot of options to gank, like especially against a hero like Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. Easy target to gank if the opponent doesn't have like defensive heroes like a Dazzle or a Shaker. Skywrath potentially can do a lot of work in the early game if you have a suitable mid lane hero like a PA, which they ran the last game. PA mid, like with a roaming Skywrath, it's very potent together.
Yep. We'll see what RRQ have in mind first. They're gonna have the first pick coming out of this ban stage and look to kind of see where they round things off here. Game 1, it was the Centaur as their safe lane farmer. Worked out not so great with the Centaur Brew. Mostly, it felt like their draft was, as you kind of said earlier, though, was not the issue there by any means. They're going to pick up the Earthshaker for now, so most likely their other support. A few teams here or there will run this hero as an offlaner, though, but typically played in that roaming support.
I think 1 or 2 teams on your. I remember Universe used to play it sometimes off lane. It was quite a long time ago.
A team sent it very recently. Team Empire.
Oh yeah, Resolution. Yeah, the other team as well. It's not many teams.
Yoki was playing in the offline.
What? Oh, off lane. So just like how C9 does it on Bone 7 when they pick it.
Yeah, I believe similar.
Yeah, experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a Southeast Asian team. We expect Southeast Asian flair. No European shenanigans blocking position 3 Earthshakers.
We'll see. But yeah, most likely that kind of support style. I mean, could be flexible, but a good support here in a few ways. Like
with the Shadow Fiend, you just want to protect him and make stacks for the Shadow Fiend.
You protect him, you make stacks for him, but you also help out the offlaner. You're against Avenged Skyreth. Your offlane is going to struggle to get XP, but Earthshaker is the one here who can at least secure your offlaner level 2 just by doing 1 fissure block. So Earthshaker is one of those heroes that opens up things a lot for your offlane.
Yeah, if you talk about offlaners that's good versus Skywrath, you want to have offlaners that can get experience. Prophet would be a good offlaner instead because you can summon Treants to actually harass and push. The Skywrath has 0 armor at level 1, so he can't assert the usual like the dominating support that zones the offlaner off. Against Prophet, you cannot do that. If you are looking to get a lot of XP on a lane like this, Prophet could be a good choice. But synergy wise with their other heroes is not so much. So
Bristleback. So something tanky, something that can at least try and survive. I mean, it's still Avenged Skywrath as a support duo, and
it's good synergy with their draft. This hero, even though he doesn't have a good landing phase like the Prophet against Skywrath, but he works with the team much better in the sense that he's a frontliner. He can do Ancient, so you can use the map better. And Earthshaker is a hero that fits not only the Shadow Fiend but Bristleback because you can build your buddy out when he's too deep, and it often happens to a hero like Bristleback.
Tinker, 4th pick.
Pew pew pew.
I'm excited to see some Tinker. It seems like a reasonable pick. I mean, it's hard to always say. Like games can look okay for Tinker, but there's
not sure though.
Yeah. Earthshaker can catch him. Lion. SF may even go for something like a Yule Scepter to help catch the Tinker better. Like
they need to ban the Storm right now.
Reserve time.
Yeah.
They need to ban the Storm so they can't have an easy hero to pick the Tinker.
I mean, I guess they have lots of lockdown for Storm, but still, yeah, Storm is just great at picking off your Tinker and could be ran as that safe lane farmer once more for RRQ.
This is interesting. So they have Chrono more or less likely to be a carry void with the Skywrath, I think, potentially, because you want to have levels quickly so you can actually keep healing with the Skywrath. But I could be wrong. It still works with the offlaner, just the timing doesn't come so soon.
Yeah.
Tinker middle against Shadow Fiend, that's decent. But in this sort of game, I feel the Tinker's position is to just make a lot of the lanes push and the Void will want to gang as much as you can with the Skywrath.
Feels like the Void maybe just won't be the best matchup as far as zoning out and dealing with a Bristleback in lane. Obviously, you've got the supports there, but Maybe you want something a bit more
okay,
aggressive.
It depends on what they want to do in the game. Their game plan. It's what matters most. How they want to play it.
Yeah.
If they want to focus on team fight, they can go for. There's still a Tide Hunter right here, so they can have Tide, Void, and Tinker. It could be a very strong lineup with team fight plus Tinker dealing with speed push. So you force the enemy to take fight against your Chrono and Tide ultimate when Tinker is defending all the lanes. So that could be a possible draft that Nvidia Aces wants to go for, since they are a team that likes to fight with big ultimates all the time.
Reserve time.
All right, well, we'll see what they have in mind here. Not much reserve time for either team left. RRQ down to their final 10 seconds as last pick coming their way. And
you know, talk about reserve time. Yeah, I saw the PPT blog about Josh. Like, he was talking about how important it was to have a reserve time, so you can actually finalize the last few picks instead of sometimes team. He was talking about he feels like sometimes team take too much of time in the first few phases that resulted them rushing the last two important picks that resulted in outdraft and stuff like that.
Yeah, and just kind of stressing that how important it is to manage your time. Like, I think it was the game against Secret where Secret used like half their reserve time just on their second ban because EG confused them or something with their ban. So it was like just for their second ban in the first ban stage. Like before they'd even picked a hero, they'd gone through most of their reserve time. That was where he was like, man, that was... They were really put off.
So they're going to go for Beastmaster on Rex Regum, another good hero to scout the Tinker and catch him out, but not as easy as the Storm. They want an offlane hero, it seems, so they are not going for the Storm.
They want to do the Bristleback safe lane, so...
Yeah, Bristol safe lane with the Shadowfiend. They are actually going to look for a very strong 5-man with the Beastmaster. You have Hawk and Aura plus Bristleback, and I think it's a good game for Shadowfiend to get Mac again, because you want a 5-man with the Bristol. You want to hit a timing where Bristol has Vanguard, Beastmaster has some levels, and you just take towers as 5. Hopefully the Tinker hasn't come online that much, and otherwise much, and you're not going to be able to use your lineup to take towers.
Curious to see what Aces have in mind. It looks like we may be in store for a safe lane Tinker with the Windranger pickup, which is more a mid laner.
10 seconds remaining.
Venge Scareth, I mean, you could always do like an offensive tri lane with these type of heroes,
5
but...
seconds remaining.
Who was the mid player for them? Was it the Windrunner?
It was the Windrunner, yes. 77 has been their mid player. Aces has been their... Fox has been their safe lane carry, and Misa has been their
off-lane. So it's going to be... Let's see, they are running offlane Void, safe lane Tinker. So Tinker will come online with the bots to help the Void to farm later. Windrunner can be aggressive to defend towers or push towers alone. So they have very good tools of dealing with what RRQ has. Like, they want a 5-man with the Beastmaster. So I don't think they are so worried about the timings that RRQ can get, like Roshan and Aegis, Mac and everything, and push, since they have power shot and much. So maybe the Void can actually have a lot of time to catch up if that happens with Tinker defending with the Windrunner. Windranger, sorry.
Windranger? No, don't be sorry, Winter. Don't be sorry. Valve should be sorry. Valve should be sorry. So we'll have a reconnect, and it looks like Game 3 underway. These teams fighting for survival in the Summit 3 qualifiers. We're going to see how things unravel here. Going to have Yabba Yao playing the Shadow Fiend. We've got Triple X on the Earthshaker, XOT on the Beastmaster, generally offlane player. Phoenix for the 3rd game in a row on the line, and Please Don't Judge going to be playing the farming Bristleback for the team. On the Radiant side, it's going to be Fox on the Tinker boots first for him. Ty going to be playing the Skywrath Mage. We've got Windranger in the hands of 7-7 in the mid lane. Venge being played by SPH. And finally, offlaning it up, Misa going to be on the Faceless Void.
Oh, look, they're gonna try and place wards, maybe to stop stacking for Tinker. They want to try and place aggressive wards.
They're going in. They've got the Quillbore up already, and looking to chase down some heroes here. One Fissure could look to set things up. They've caught the Tinker with this. Are they going to get the Hex off? Oh, Venge actually throws a stun to make sure.
Yeah, I think it's important for him to get the stun off though. Maybe they would have been able to catch. Actually, it would have been close though, I think, because both of them have boots. So.
Yep. It looked like Lime was like at the cusp of getting off that Hex. And if you get the Hex off, then maybe a Quillbore slow. Suddenly you're looking at first blood, so... Better safe than sorry, and Venge is like, man, even if I die, it's worth saving this Tinker, perhaps, but...
Yeah, definitely. That's the mentality of the support. You should always make sure the carry is not the one dying.
Well, one bounty rune apiece. It looks
The
like both
battle
mid laners going to be
begins.
taking one or the other, and Wind Ranger and SF will have the kind of even matchup at mid with the bounty rune trade-off.
Probably not so even if the Skyrath decides to be a pest.
And that's
That's usually the case when you're Skyrath. He just
It's-
comes middle lane, drops a few arcane bird, and you're like, dude, stop please.
Yeah.
It's gonna go top, so it's gonna be dual lanes, Skyrath and Void. Against a tri-lane with Bristleback. It's quite risky though if they get blocked in the position, but it's gonna secure some farm for the Void if they do this. Void will be able to farm the first wave.
Yeah, so
Also,
Tinker
that's all.
against the Beastmaster. It feels like Tinker will be fine as far as getting his farm here, but Beastmaster, I mean, obviously going to be thrilled to get as much XP and farm as he will out of this offlane now with the 1v1 matchup. Venge is like, okay, where are my stacks at? I got no neutral camps anywhere to stack for the Tinker, which is what RRQ was looking to achieve when they went into that enemy jungle there.
Yeah, it's important for them to actually do that. I think it's a good plan to have against a Tinker.
Yeah.
Slow his farm down by a huge margin. And not to mention, by having the wards, they know the support's positioning, and Beastmaster, as a result, is getting farm and levels.
I'm just kind of looking at like where Venge started off in the Radiant jungle, like not in position to zone out Beastmaster, not in position to back up mid, was just purely looking to stack jungle camps, and then there's no jungle camp. So this Venge's time has been very much wasted.
It's gonna get chased by the Beastmaster with the ball. It's gonna lose a lot of HP.
Beastmaster decides not to command, probably with good reason. He could be
Yeah,
getting
he
some
wants to
XP
stack.
at bottom.
No, wants to stack the Ancient. The ball can still make it on
Yeah.
time if he wants to. If
He's
he
got
chases
one
the
stack
Venge,
already.
if he chases the Venge, then he won't get the timing. So I mean, it's a good plan for him to do that. He can even leave the stack to the Bristleback if he wants
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, I mean, it may be like a team thing where, because Beastmaster takes a long time to bring down the stacks even with wild axes. So having the Bristleback and even Shadow Fiend
the
come
good
in.
old days TI2 Beastmaster Ancient. Sorry.
Yeah. How many wild
See the
axes
big
does
stacks.
it take? Yeah. Well, he's going to get levels, so we could see that wild axes leveled up in a pretty reasonable time if he wants to, but for now, we'll
lane.
see how lanes unravel here. Top lane, they've gone in. Phoenix in a bit of trouble here on the line. The time walk kind of off the mark there. It actually hits him with the slow, but doesn't get any red clicks off, and now Misa in trouble. There's no fissures, but there's a sticky goo. Gives him the nasal goo, and Misa trying to get that last right click. Well, needs one more than the last right click. He's going to give up first blood.
In my dreams.
As they get the kill there, and Pulse
You know
comes
what I
out.
think is happening? Year Beast is happening. That's why lagging.
It just began. Is that what it is?
I think so. I'm not sure. I can't really.
Oh
I
man,
think there's a website to check. I think it just started.
is
let me
the
see.
beast going on?
I usually can see with my ping if I have packet loss. It means no packet loss. Okay, so probably not.
The year beast will arrive, and no, it's in 86 minutes. We got time.
So the next series will be the Year Beast time.
Yep, year beast Dota will emerge. Wow.
Svench is gonna try. He's gonna sentry the ancients. I think right now. It's walking towards there with a sentry. Still level 1 though. It's gonna be a very hard game for the bench. It's gonna be far behind. Needs to rely on the Tinker going to do jungle sometime soon so he can actually catch up in the lane. Otherwise, he's gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, as much as like the Tinker's going to get good farm in this bottom lane, it feels like a lot of that they were looking to really get a fast boots to travel Soul Ring by having the jungle stack. So not something they'll get immediately. They have dewarded one of the camps here, but that's not even spawned once yet. So we'll see. For now, the reconnect's going to happen, and we'll see if things get back underway here. But
Beastmaster even gets Orb of Venom, so he's gonna be able to kill the Venge the next time he sees him in the ball.
it feels like
This is something I don't see a lot of people do. You know, like having Orb of Venom is like, I agree it's an expensive item sometimes, but if you get even a kill, it's just worth it.
And sometimes it's just like it prevents the support see it, and then they don't get as aggressive, and you get a lot more XP and farm because you have it, maybe. So
First blood.
something that can potentially pay off. Right now, though, it feels like Ace's laning step has not paid off. The dual lane at top, the Venge has been very ineffective. Like, it almost feels like they should have just gone with the defensive tri-lane to some extent, or if they wanted to do the Skyrath top, do a full tri-lane at top. So they're not pressuring the Shadow Fiend. they're not pressuring the Beastmaster, and their top lane has given up a first blood. So the laning setup has not been particularly good for Aces.
Yeah, and they actually can't be what he was looking for the ward as
Alright.
well.
They're going on a
he thought
ganking mission. Smoke gank mid.
He thinks the ward is here, so he didn't manage to get the D ward off in jungle. So still
Yeah.
blocking the camp.
And it's actually going to be towards bottom lane. So you can get a kill here on the Beastmaster, open up the lane for
Yeah,
the Tinker, who's taking a lot of damage, getting slowed down, and Beastmaster not going to go for the full dive here, but that's where that Orb of Venom comes into play. But now he's in too deep. And Tinker throws the laser to start things off. Needs to run away a little bit here. Drops the march, and uh-oh. Beastmaster in trouble. Just trying to bring down the Tinker with them, but will not get the chance to do so. Close.
He needed one more swipe of the axe.
Yeah. Fox taking a bit too... I feel like he just took a bit too much damage there before his supports arrived, but it didn't matter in the end.
Yeah, he's gonna get his boost of travels if he wants to as his first item. Sometimes players like stop for soaring, but I think because he got the kill, he's close to level 6, so he can have boost of travel plus level 6 very soon.
Okay, we'll see what the plan's going to be here. I guess he's got to go back to base to maybe heal up fairly soon as the other concern, so... If he can get Boots of Travel so he walks back to base, or Boots of Travels back to base and then can heal up, that would be kind of a nice timing for him. And
the support gave him a tangle, so I don't think he wants to go back.
yeah, no, it doesn't seem it. But top lane, we'll see how things are progressing up there. Bristleback still continuing to farm pretty well. The Ancient Stackers are waiting for that Bristleback if he wants to be the one taking it. Beastmaster, 2 points in the Wild Axes, has some capabilities of killing it, but no signs of a Soul Ring or anything along those lines just yet.
It looks like they're gonna give it. I think it feels like they're gonna prioritize giving it to the Bristol so he can actually get his items faster and be the frontline tank. Beastmaster, you don't. If he's getting levels, it's just fine already. You don't really need farm of Beastmaster. Just need levels.
Void at top gets hit once by a stun, second stun in the Hex. That's a kill. Oh, Void not having a good time up there. Misa gives up his second death of this game, and it's a slight concern for Aces. I mean, I guess Void is... He's not even getting amazing XP. That's the other thing. 5.5 minutes in, he's level 3.5. If he was at least trading and getting like level 5 right now, you'd maybe be like, okay, he's at least like level 5 or so, but compare that to the Beastmaster, who's now level 6 already. And even though Beastmaster died there, his offlane at least... I mean, sure, he's had a 1v1 to some extent, but it just feels like the lanes have been very much a failed kind of experiment from Aces.
And the Shadow Fiend went for... Yabi, he went for the same build as well. He gets the bracer, the early bracer, like the first game that we were talking about. Gets the extra HP, bracer, power trait, so a lot more tanky than your usual Shadow Fiend builds.
We'll see Wind Ranger pick up an Invis rune and make his way back towards the mid lane. Killing an SF though with 970 HP, not going to be easy. Treads as well as Bracer, the two branches. Bottom lane though, here comes the kill here. They're going to lead with a concussive shot. Venge going to follow this one up with a stun, and Tinker, any rockets or anything, has a laser. 1 or 2 right clicks, just enough. Arcane Bolt will seal the deal. Beastmaster tried to, I think, summon like a hawk or something before he died, but that's going to be another kill going the way here. Just the Skywrath getting the money as well as XP since the kill happened so far away. So.
And one more thing I want to highlight as well, Parker, it's like Windrunner, he's saving a skill point just in case he needs. He just spent he just spent it on Focus Fire. He had a skill point saved just now in case he needed the ulti.
Even in the lane, he saved 2 skill. He had at level 5, he had 3 in power shot and nothing else leveled up. He was holding on to all his skill points.
It's important for a hero like this to make sure that when you skill the ultimate, it's either when you get a kill or you can pressure a tower. You don't want to waste the ultimate, skilling the ultimate, and because all of his spells are just really good.
Raw bottom lane, Tinker could be in a bit of trouble here. The Fisher to follow. Beastmaster does get silenced up, but with all these slows here, Fox going to turn and laser, but it's too late. Tinker goes down, does have his boots of travel, but still a death you just do not want to see happening if you're Aces.
This is the Tinker has about a few more minutes more. He needs the Soul Ring plus Bottle, so before he can actually actively help his team, he needs to help this Void somehow. The Void is just with the Skywrath helping him top and just not getting farm, and he's still level 5 right now. It's just really hard for him. Like you said, their laning phase did not pay off at all.
Yep. Respect taking a bit of damage here. Oh, mid lane, Wind Ranger with
You
the
weren't so
solo
damn
kill
dead, I'd shoot
on the
you
SF.
again.
That's a nice little pick me up if you're Aces. Suddenly it's like, ooh, our Wind Ranger's doing well mid lane. We just killed the Shadow Fiend. Like, let's fire up. Game 3, here we go.
Braces did not save him.
Yeah, that was with the tanky survivable build. Wind Ranger just some well-placed power shots, I suppose, here. Top lane, they've gone in
Top
on the
lane.
Bristleback and looking to get this kill here. Hasn't got any magic stick or anything like that, and down goes your Bristle. That's Void close to his level 6 and also gets the kill for that, so. A kill on your SF, a kill on your Bristleback, all of a sudden,
Dire's middle tower
things take a
is
turn
under
for the
attack.
better if you're Aces.
And they're gonna make a smoke towards middle. If they can catch the Shadow Fiend again, this is crippling damage in there. If he looks like he's gonna go for the jungle to stack, so the supports are gonna wait for him. Can the Tinker actually come in? They need more damage. Oh no, they are going to just go with the supports.
Oh, this is risky here. He's so tanky. The Wind Ranger doesn't hit the power shot, and with that power shot missing,
Yeah,
I think they're
how-
gonna get out.
Radiant's bottom
How
tower
I
is
actually,
under
I'm not
attack.
sure how they were actually planning to kill the Shadow Fiend.
The power shot from mid lane, man. That extra range and power shot. It almost
the
hit.
guys, but the guy still has so much HP. It wouldn't
Yeah.
even kill him.
Even if it hit, I don't think they would have been. Uh-oh, now 7-7.
Why do you hate?
Gets turned into mincemeat.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's taken out there, and that is unfortunate for him. Yeah, with that, even with the power shot landing, I think they would have struggled to kill that SF, but
They needed the Tinker to come and drop a. Okay, it was level 1 rocket, so it wouldn't matter. Top lane, Chrono.
top lane. Skyreth shows up, and Void back in the game gets himself a second kill on the Bristleback, and you know, this game I feel like is at least in a pretty even state right now. RRQ with a slight net worth advantage, but both Void, I mean Void especially, is kind of actually caught up all of a sudden with these 2 kills, and Tinker's in a pretty good spot even with the 1 death.
He's gonna get his Soul Ring soon. Soul Ring, so this is the time where he's very useful to his team in space. Soul Ring bottom.
They'll probably
And
look
boost
to
up.
use the Chrono whenever possible to get kills, TP in the Tinker for some missiles, and
It's a good axe game for the boy. It's a very good axe.
we're just
He
getting,
can just keep making setup for the Tinker to come in and win runner. So he doesn't need to be the damage dealer basically. He just needs to be the clockwork of the team.
things brewing in the top lane. There's an Invis Skyreth and Tinker. Not really ready to TP in this second, but he's going to give the word go once he is. And Skyreth also level 6 is the other thing to keep in mind here. So we'll see what the plan's going to be here from Ty. Invis wearing off though. Looks like they may want to go back in. Phoenix headed to the secret shop to buy a TP scroll, and Void no Chronosphere. I don't know if that's the biggest deal here. TP out from your line, and it's going to be the Earthshaker potentially in trouble here. Drops a Fissure here. No. Okay, they could have got that kill here, but it's bottom lane where help is really needed here. The Beastmaster will always use on the Wind Ranger to start things off. No swap available, and we'll see Beastmaster pick up a kill on the Wind Ranger, and no counter kill anywhere on the map.
They were
I'm sure of how
hesitating.
many heroes were top lane. They didn't want
Yeah,
to.
they were hesitating as well top. They
Yeah.
could have probably killed the Earthshaker. They wanted to.
100%. Like Earthshaker, when the line TP'd out, Earthshaker was entirely alone against a Void Skywrath with a Skywrath who was level 6. So, and Tinker can always TP in, so they had a potential 3v1 there. But
Just look at the net worth chart right now. The Beastmaster is just so much fun because of the yeah.
he's got 2.3k. He's gonna be picking up a Blink or something here. Potentially.
Yeah, Blink could be really good. If he, yeah, definitely good against catching a Tinker. If he wants to go for it. Yeah, he's going go for the Blink. Fairly standard. Chronosphere gonna be used at top. Power shot. Tinker gonna come in, take the KS.
Okay. Well, Faceless Void gets the kill here. The Bristleback now rotates in, and Void's just looking to get out of there without casualties. Multiple TPs here. The Blink as well. There's your Beastmaster Blink, but no Raw available yet. Neither does he actually find the Void instantly, and will just be a clean pick-off on an Earthshaker. Not the highest priority kill, but a kill nonetheless, and RRQ wants some revenge here. They smoke up 2 of their heroes, Beastmaster as well as Lion, on the prowl, and I'm going to see what they can find. But Mask of Madness on the ready for Misa, so yeah, Void. I guess at this point, like, Beastmaster's doing ridiculously well, but Void is kind of on par with him. So both Void and Beastmaster are well and truly online at this stage.
They're gonna try and use the Raw in middle lane. They wanna catch out someone.
They also posturing aggressively with the Shadow Fiend, who has gone for a Blink Dagger this game. Double raises the creep wave. They want to go for this tier 1 tower, knowing that they've got Beastmaster and Lion. They've got vision thanks to the Hawk as well. He spotted out the Venge for a second here. He's going to try draw away the creep aggro.
They have double blink. Shadow Flame plus Beastmaster will kill anyone right now.
Tinker does not want to be defending the mid lane. It looks like the plan is just to maybe give it up. They've got a lot of heroes nearby. Scarith and Venge here. As well as there's your Tinker TP. Wind Ranger going to be the one getting initiated on. The Roar comes out. Void goes in here. The Beastmaster the first target here. Finger of Death. Not enough damage to kill the Wind Ranger off the bat. Wind Ranger goes down to the Requiem. 1-for-1 trade until the Tinker gets a second on the Lion. Tinker doing some good March damage as well. Wants some more. Has the bottle charge and... Uh-oh. Fissure going to go through here. Catches one. Bristleback got the Void on the side. We did not have a Chronosphere for this fight, unfortunately. That would have been well, something that would have tipped the scales for Aces, but still a 2-for-2 trade. Losing, though, 2 of their core heroes, including the Wind Ranger. A slight victory for RRQ.
They're going to go for BKB on the Shadow Fiend after the blink. Bristol still hasn't completed anything else after clearing the stack, but still, the next few minutes will be crucial. What items they choose for will decide their game plan. If they want a 5-man, which I feel might actually hit a brick wall against the Tinker and Windrunner, so maybe more farming intensive items would be a better solution for that. Like get a Yasha on the Shadow Fiend, or Bristol doesn't have any. Oh, he got a Void Stone? Void Stone. Bristol back, Void Stone. What can you possibly build with a pistol that requires a Void Stone? Battle Fury, farming intensive items.
Is Yules something you would ever consider on a Bristleback? Lincoln.
It's a nice item though, but
Lincoln does not seem like a amazing.
Oh, he's getting used.
Wow.
See you, bro.
You see Bristleback get Chronosphere focused down and. I mean, something where you can use it to help, like, cancel, like, catch a Tinker before he blinks or something out. Uh-oh, Phoenix now in trouble on the Lion here. They're going to throw the axes here. Ace is just going to back off with the one pick off. Yeah, it's very unconventional, but he's reasonably tanky enough with the Treads Vanguard and does give him a bit of utility as well. With SF
and
as
if
the
you
main
want
damage.
If you want mana regen, go for something like a Blitz or go Skadi. You have stats. I don't think you ever want to.
Man, you get hit by a Skyreth silence, you Yules yourself. You see a Void coming at you, you Yules him or Yules yourself in the Chronosphere.
You just need to get BKB against this lineup.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the poor man's BKB. There's so many spells that can actually be disjointed this game or negated.
It's just a very cool item. I mean, movement speed is good on Bristleback, and mana regen is just something. I think it's not good in the long run.
No.
Probably good if you can actually make it useful early on, but long run wise it's not very good.
Yeah, his actual it definitely does limit his late game carry potential, but it will give him like a nice little utility item when he first picks it up for a small
it's
window.
good versus the Chronosphere if you can actually get it off before.
If you're outside, you can use the Void. If you see him come in, you can maybe quickly use him or use yourself and waste some of the Chronosphere time, but big ifs. Earthshaker, whoa, okay. Teams up with the Beastmaster. There's that Blink Roar coming into play, and XOT has had his best game of the series here in Game 3. He's got a lot done on this Beastmaster, and continuing to be fairly impressive here. This is Game 3 here. Still very even. Dead even on net worth. Experience, pretty much dead even as well, with the slightest of leads going RRQ's way.
They're still going to proceed to finish the BKB on Shadow.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I'm not sure though,
attack.
because I don't think they can find too much 5-man going on.
Yeah.
It's just more like the BKB will protect him from the gank from Bench and the Windrunner.
He seems fairly set in his ways. The exact same build from Game 1, and kind of similar to Game 1. Yaba Yao's been a bit on the quiet side as far as his actual impact this time.
It's just how he builds the hero. Like in this sort of game, you either want to go for a Midas into the use because you are just constantly farming. You can't 5-man against Tinker, and you just want to find pick off. So you get use and use as your farming item and pick off item. I think use could have been very good this game. Blink use.
Right, man. Bristleback's got the Yules, so it's all good.
Instead, they got it on
Bristleback
Bristol.
will set up the SF ulti by using the Yules for him. He'll just go around with the S, be like, "Don't worry, man. I'll use them, and then you blink it."
I got you. It's more like the Bristol's like, dude, get a use. This game is very good.
Let me show you. I'll show you how good it is. Whoa, Beastmaster continuing to find kills here. Needs to will TP out and no cancel coming
Dire's top
that
tower
way.
is
Wind
under
Ranger
attack.
actually won't hit. The Shackle Shot gets the blink out as well. Oh, they hit him with a Shackle and an Ancient Seal, but don't actually deal any damage there. And oh, another TP out. Earthshaker gets away from Avenge. Everyone
It's like
gets out.
They escape with murder.
Oh, that could have been easily turned around by Aces after losing their Tinker, but not the case.
They got a free kill and just everyone got out.
Here we go. Bristleback has his money for his Yule Scepter. Game on.
Radiant's top tower
This is
is
a
under
game where we
attack.
saw many unconventional items.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This series, I would say.
Yeah.
Let's see how it works out. The one with the Lina worked out really well, I have to say.
Radiant's
Mid
top
lane, bit of
tower
Here we
fight,
go.
bring down Chronosphere, gonna lead things off, brings down the Earthshaker as Void now looking to scurry away to the side here. It's Bristleback running in. Hasn't actually picked up his Yules just yet. Vengeful Spirit taking all kinds of slows here. Fighting into the Martin Machine's not the easiest thing to do, but Bristleback tanky enough. Shackle not gonna land as well, and the power shot slightly off the mark here, so missing a few key spells here. Beastmaster blinks from the roar. Here's your Requiem of Souls. Yabba Yao gets a second kill for his team in this team fight, and it's the Wind Ranger going down this time.
Radiant's
D-Ward's going to happen as Void actually goes in. There's your Yule Scepter, I guess. Phoenix, though, not going to be kept alive. It's a buyback from your Wind Ranger here. Tinker forced to blink back defensively. Skyrath posturing aggressively, but can't really chase too much further here. So the Wind Ranger buyback not really amounting to a huge amount here. They're going to get a tier 1 tower out of it as well as the kill on the Lion,
is
but
under attack.
They,
exactly a
they,
good fight for Aces.
Are fortified.
they didn't get 4 stuff on the supports the last game, but they got a 4 stuff on the Tinker this game. Interesting. Good against the Raw though, I have to say.
Yeah. Get the tier 1 tower. Now they need to get out here. Bristleback TP's in. Yule Scepter on your Wind Ranger. Earthshaker and no Fisher just yet. Gets silenced up as well. Skyrath going to be brought down by the right click. Shackle doesn't actually latch again. SF just going to BKB focus down the tier 1 tower, it looked like. The Martin Machine's kind of deterring.
So that was clearly the plan used for the SF.
Yeah, I guess so. Uh-oh, Foxman. Not a neighborhood you want to be in. Blinks away from the Shackle. Nicely played there. No Chronosphere still available. And please don't judge the quill damage. There's your Impale. Oh boy, the damage output's insane. The Raw comes in. Here's your Razors. It's another kill going their way. Make it 5. Team wipe coming out of RRQ as they bring down the Vengeful Spirit to put an exclamation mark on that team fight. And, well, into Roshan we go. The more I see this Yules, it's not too bad. As an initiation tool,
It is not too bad. Yeah, but it's supposed to be on a Shadow Fiend.
yes, it makes you think like, Shadow Fiend could have just picked this up himself. Like, if
I thought it was.
his mana regen too.
I thought it was a good game for Shadow Fiend to get the use of this game,
Roshan
but
has
instead,
fallen to the dark.
but it's working. But I just felt they could have put it. It's like you get a pipe. The game is. It's a good game to get a pipe, but you're getting a pipe.
WinteR, man, every game is a good game to get a pipe, according to you. I've never heard of. They've avenged Drow Visage Life. No, you still get a pipe, man. You get a pipe for the Soul Assumption. No, I'm kidding. You're all about that pipe.
But it's working. Like Bristleback's like, okay, I have mana regen now. Let's see what I can do with it.
If I don't see your teams getting pipe when you play in your next game, you're gonna be hearing from me.
I have not bought the item consistently, I have to say.
Okay.
They have SMYUs and more puff Bristleback. 522.
Dire's bottom
Easy.
tower is under attack.
Well, there's the Sanj, and yep, well on his way to that Sanj and Yash here. Bottom tier 1 tower attempt to be denied by Phoenix, and yep, we'll do so.
Dire's bottom tower.
No blink just yet, and oh, that's sad. He almost had the blink. Raw actually comes out. Phoenix is going to be kept alive. The swap out, and oh, the Skyrath ultimate will finish him all off. Please don't judge. Marching forward, gets hit by the Ancient Seal. Yabba Yao, a bit low mana here. The Shackle going to latch him in place, but he's got the Aegis of the Immortal, so will be kept alive for the time being. Earthshaker walking in that march. That is some aggressive play from Triple X, and looks like Ace is just going to get the hell out of there. Say, look, we got a kill. We got an Aegis. That's enough for us.
The Lion just they were so mad, like
Dire's
he just
middle
denied a tower
is
in
under
front of our
attack.
face. I have to chrono him.
And that was, in hindsight, it worked. It actually was okay because Lion was at like 2k
Yeah.
gold.
They got the Aegis.
Yeah,
But they
they
lost
won.
the Aegis. They lost the Aegis.
they won the fight that followed. Even though they may lose this tier 1 tower, it feels like taking out the Aegis and getting a kill on the line, slowing down his Blink Dagger was ultimately a good exchange for them.
Yeah, it's okay for Aces after they got the Aces for sure. Alright, now Void is trying to get. He got a hammer though. I think Maelstrom so he can farm faster, but who knows? This team, I don't know what they're gonna buy on their heroes. They're gonna get an Axe Scepter on Tinker. Oh boy, Axe Scepter on Tinker is one of the most.
Isn't it just Bloodstone?
Okay, should be Bloodstone. It can't be Axe, right?
Yeah. Surely,
I don't know, man. The teams here, I don't know what they're gonna buy. Seriously.
I would be very surprised if this is an Axe, but it could be, but.
I was surprised enough for the use on Bristol already, so why not?
Hey, that was from RRQ. Aces. I mean, they've been doing some interesting stuff themselves at times.
They were the one that did the support Lina with the item tube that way.
Yeah. I mean, that was Agsley. That's pretty standard, you know. The actual skill build was what was interesting.
The skill build was interesting, yeah.
Okay, top lane. There's a Chronosphere at the ready. Bristleback. Pretty tanky. Also has the Yule Scepter. Hits daytime. I think he may have even caught Vision of the Void there. He backs off and... We'll see SF now. Ultio picked up. He's building towards a Skadi. SF just wants to tank up as much as possible. Being able to survive a Chronosphere should you get chronoed is going to become one of the bigger priorities for him probably. So Skadi, one of the better items to do so with.
Yeah, Skadi, if you can get your BKB off, then you're about like, I don't think he's gonna die.
Yeah, the physical damage is not really there, even with the Venge on Aces' side.
They just need, I feel in the fights, as long as they kill the Tinker, it's fine. Even if they get chrono, if they get chrono on the Bristleback or the SF, as long as they can, the Beastmaster finds the Tinker, kills the Tinker with the Lion, Beastmaster and Lion team and kill the Tinker or the Wind Ranger, they would just be in a very good position to take the fight. Because Void is not going to do a lot of damage.
This is a hard game for Tinker. There's Beastmaster Hawk to scout him out, and there's so many good Blink initiators with Lion, with Beastmaster, with SF, with the Bristleback, with a Yule Scepter, man. Like, this Tinker's... He's got his work cut out for him.
He's going Heaven's Halberd, so not SMY. No race cast on Bristleback.
Feels like a... I don't know. I feel like slight preference towards the SMY. Mid lane Fox is going to get caught out. There's your Tinker. The Chronosphere comes a little bit too late. They'll get the Lion, or will they? Void taking heavy damage here, and Lion surviving for now. The Power Shot will finish him off. SF goes for the Requiem, gets swapped forward. Will still get the Requiem off, but not getting any kills off of it. He's lost 2 teammates. 1 or 2 more right clicks will be enough to bring down the Skywrath. Will get slowed though, and he's got no more Aegis. He gets shackled into the tower. That's going to be a dead SF. The dying Requiem doesn't even bring down the Skywrath, who survives on minimal HP, but at least survives, and they'll lose the Venge in the meantime, but a fantastic fight for Aces. We trade 3 for 2, including some big kills on SF and the Beastmaster. Do lose their Tinker, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, they just overextended way too much there. But they're gonna pay with the SF, which I think he lost a fair amount of gold there, I'm not sure, so it wasn't good for him to die like this. But Heaven's Halberd, like you mentioned, SMY would always be a preference, and I think Heaven's Halberd is mostly for the Windrunner because he's right clicking so hard with you with the focus fire, but at the same time he's not killing you with the right click, it's the Maelstrom procs that are killing you and the spell damage from the other heroes. So I feel like the evasion is nice on Bristleback, but the thing that's killing him is the spell damage right now.
Yeah. Sanjin Yasha just offers him well, the other item which he does need this game is going to be a BKB as well against all the magic damage.
I think BKB is a must this game.
I think like a Sanjin Yasha into BKB would have made sense. He got the Halberd now, probably goes for the BKB next, I imagine, but still.
Yeah, I think you have to get BKB already because he went for you, so you cannot delay it much longer.
Use up the Void to start things off, but the counter game comes. Earthshaker silenced up, brought down, and Bristleback, he's got no teammates. Oh, RRQ.
One-man army. Good.
Yeah. Well, Bristleback actually going to win this fight. Okay. That Yule's movement speed with the Warpath. He's going to take a Mystic Flare and almost gets a second kill. Here comes the backup though. They'll get the kill for him. Beastmaster has a Roar available. Can he get the Tinker? Tinker goes to the high ground here. Axe is going to chop down some trees. Have they got vision? You betcha. It's a dead Tinker, and that is 4 dead. Bristleback bought enough time for the cavalry to arrive, and Well, they just plow down Aces, who lose 4 heroes in that kerfuffle at top lane.
You know the story of that fight? The Use actually made it suck for the Earthshaker because they had Use, they tried to initiate with the Use and Earthshaker had to die, but at the end of the fight, the
Radiant's
Use
top
movement
tower
speed
is
gives the
under
Bristleback
attack.
enough time to buy so that the team can arrive to get the kill. So the Use was the hero and the Use was the villain.
Complete some big items now with Skadi now on your
Radiant's
Shadow
top
Fiend.
tower has
Probably
fallen.
thinking about that next Roshan before they do anything too crazy, like attempt a high ground push, but for now they're going to get some map control. D-ward a bit of this map, and things going pretty well for RRQ now. SF not only with a Skadi, but 1500 gold on top of that. As
Next
Aces.
item. Next item for Shadow Fiend.
Butterfly IQ maybe? Or...
Yeah, evasion against he already has BKB, so he's the one that needs evasion now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else you would go for. Maybe you consider MKB against
Say-
the Wind Ranger and the laser as well as the Wind Run. But
Yeah, it could be a good choice, but I
It's-
think he doesn't. He just needs to tank up though at the end.
yeah, exactly. If he's, I mean, if it's like if there's a Wind Run there, you just find a new target or throw razors. And laser you have BKB for, so Tinker's not really lasering the SF. If Tinker's in range to throw in laser on SF, you've got a Roar, you've got a Fissure, and Tinker just dies. Tinker always has to be on the edge of the team fight.
Possible items, Satanic or AC, but Butterfly seems like the best
Yeah,
for the Shadow.
it
Huge
seems like
smoke
the
tank.
most stable here. The smoke gonna get revealed here. No Hawk up here. Beastmaster gets silenced. Doesn't get off anything except the Necro 3 here. Chronosphere comes out with a Shackle Shot as well. Slight overkill potentially. SF gonna drop the Requiem here. Venge gets pushed into it and will die. SF now marching forward. There's your Yules from your Bristleback. Will upset an easy kill onto your Skywrath Mage. Bristle still chasing. Has almost 500 movement speed. And uh-oh. Wind Ranger in trouble. Brought down by the Razors. As they get 3 kills in return for their Beastmaster and Earthshaker.
Interesting, the Use is actually doing work.
Radiant's
Well,
It's-
I still
mean, this
still
is-
think that they still would have gotten the kill, but it's just like they save a lot of time, so they could
Yeah.
disable someone and just go on to the next very quickly. I'm still not convinced, but it's doing work.
Definitely highlighting how good this item is just in general. For the extra
Yeah,
movement
it's
speed it gives you, the
it's the new force stuff where we always talk about force. You can never go wrong with force stuff, but now it's like you can never go wrong with Use.
the fact you can dodge so many spells, you can use it as a setup for so many spells, and it's just like a good initiation.
It solves like the mana problems of Bristleback too, so it's
Yeah.
a huge plus for that hero, especially.
Alright, well, we'll see what the next move's going to be here. Right now it seems RRQ still just looking to get as much map control as possible. Roshan has respawned, and Dire Vision is looking pretty damn fine right now. Mid lane, jungle,
Yeah,
bottom
very
lane. They'll just walk right in. Even with this Radiant Observer Ward scouting out some things, including the SF, who's going to pop his DD and probably blink into Roshan to meet up with his team. Just, yeah. Aces just cannot contest this. They're too far away and unable to do so.
They are going to pray that it goes to super late game.
Into the dire.
Then they can use the Tinker's mobility to their advantage. But like talk about the Void needing to get an axe after this game, he went for BKB and going for Maelstrom next. So even if he wants to get an axe, it's gonna be pretty late. Oh, bottom lane, they caught the Tinker, I think.
Yep. Blink, Raw, Fox. Uh-oh. Will go down. Has got the Bloodstone for a slightly fast respawn here, but I guess RRQ not... Are they in a position to go high ground here? They've got a few heroes up on them. Looks like they're going to defend top and not go for any kind of big plays here. Blink available. Earthshaker goes in with the Echo Slam. Tone to follow the Fissure. Who's the TP in? Can they bring down Misa in time? No, they can't. Gets the Chronosphere off. Kills the Earthshaker. Will get out to follow. Slight miscommunication there, perhaps, as far as the TP backup is concerned. And
I'm sure they
Bristleback
come.
is on the
They're gonna
chase.
kill the
He's got
Bristol.
he doesn't BKB. Oh, that's stun from the side out of
You.
fog. That Yules ain't gonna save you this time.
Radiant's
If he
bottom tower
BKB
is
dodged
under
that magic
attack.
missile, it would have been some insane reactions for one thing, but he could have got a lot of damage done.
Yeah, it's difficult at that position. He was running into a
Yeah.
entrance position, like a fog area. So
Yeah, and yeah, Venge threw the stun from fog, so he didn't really have any time
there
to
was
react.
no. I don't think he could have reacted to that. It's so
If he had
difficult.
reacted, that would have been like a split second, like amazing
Or it's like
play.
it's like just a feeling like you're running into like high ground and you just okay, I have to BKB here no matter
Yeah.
what. You just BKB. You don't react to that. You just follow your gut.
Yeah. You just play like on the safe side. Like, okay, I'm probably gonna need a BKB. Even if I don't, it's worth just mitigating the risk by using it. But
Yeah, it was just very risky to run in like that without
so,
popping BKB.
Actually, what am I talking about? This BKB was on cooldown.
Oh, really? No, he popped BKB at he popped BKB at that when he was dying.
Oh, when it was dying. Okay, yeah. I just looked
Yeah.
back at him. I was like, oh, his BKB's cooldown. No, okay, yeah, that's right.
He used himself when he was
Yeah,
BKB.
yeah.
Remember?
Tried to save himself afterwards. Okay, no, you're right. I'm going crazy, Winter. I'm getting back on this Asian Dota casting schedule. I haven't had to cast at 3 in the morning.
I
for a
know
while.
why you're going crazy. Yeah, because of the time zone. I know
I
it
finally fixed, like, after DAC, it took me a week or so, and I got back on a normal schedule, like, going to sleep at midnight, waking up at 8 or 9 in the morning, but nope. SEA Dota's back, and it's here to ruin my health. For better or for worse, worse. I don't mind, though, because get to cast some good Dota.
You can just practice to get ready for Major All-Stars.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get on the right schedule for Major All-Stars.
They're gonna go for Veil again. Like, this team actually prioritizes on getting Veil a lot. The last game, they got it on Zeus as well. This game, they... I mean, they are killing with spell damage, but feels not so necessary.
This feels like
But
the
anyway.
utility you can get from like a Yule's or a Ghost Scepter, and these kind of items can offer you so much.
This game, I would say, on a support,
Radiant's middle tower
you want to build the use on the Skyraft as well. This game it could be very useful too.
Yeah. And seeing as an initiation tool here, Power Shot will take out the Hawk. Important to try and deal with that Hawk as much as possible. And it's the split push coming out right now from Aces. They've got Void at top, they've got Skyreth at bottom lane. Uh-oh, Wind Ranger swapped out to safety. The Venge trying to survive this as well. The Requiem will go, and SPH, there's your full stuff. Will be kept alive. Void goes in, BKB's Chronosphere onto your Shadow Fiend, and Shadow Fiend will probably have to pop his Aegis here. The Skyreth Mystic Flare will secure the 1 kill. BKB wearing off soon here. Void needs to get out, but he's out of mana. He's not going to get this. Meanwhile, his teammates are just dropping like flies. They've lost 3. The chase is on. The Venge is the 4th, potentially, if they can catch up. Where's that Yule Scepter? 1 raise, no second. The Fissure not going to be needed. The Totem is there. And uh-oh. High ground being breached. They just perhaps overcommitted a bit just for an Aegis on a Shadow Fiend there. They paid the price.
Yeah, with
fortified.
Tinker against Aegis, you wanna defend in your base so you can make use of the Tinker spells much better. You don't wanna fight in the open. But they were overzealous. They tried to chase, and always happens. You thought you'd get a good fight. He got a pretty decent chrono at the end of the day, but they just couldn't fight with the Aegis on the Shadow Fiend.
Oh, you're gonna be a happy man, Winter.
Under attack.
Why? What's going on?
Beastmaster
Where's
has
the-
picked up a certain item.
It's good against Tinker. Makes sense. Good.
Especially now they're pushing high ground. So they take 1 lane Rex. I mean, ideally they would have had it for that fight. Obviously, he didn't have the money for it, but they'll have it for the next push. So maybe even consider a high ground siege without the Aegis, but obviously that's very risky with the Void Chronosphere being able to almost get an insta-kill on someone like we just saw with the Shadow Fiend.
They can always just, if they really want to play safe, get an Aegis again, wait for 10 minutes, wait for another 5-6 minutes before they push again. I mean, there's nothing to lose, right, if they wait. They can farm up all their costs. It's really up to them. But I have to say, the use on the Blisterback, again, he set up the fissure for the Windrunner. He used the Windrunner, they went in with the fissure and they forced out the swap and they took a good fight there. It's just, again, proving use is just such a good item.
All right.
No matter on who you get it.
I mean, that was when people first bought the item on Shadow Fiend. Everyone's like, okay, this
Why
is
not?
like it was always a build like even from a while ago, like a gimmicky build that you would do just to set up like your Requiem. But as far as being a competitive build, that was not until recently where people were like, wow, this is actually a good competitive build.
It's the Midas, the new Midas on Shadow Fiend. Because you farm faster with the mana regen as well.
It's
just
the
really
movement speed is so nice as well. That's one of the things which I think is most ridiculous about the items. Is 40 movement speed is a lot for so many heroes.
It used to be, I think, 20, and they got, yeah, it went up to 40.
Yeah. For an item that
Ah.
costs what it does and gives so much extra added boost with the mana pull, with the Yule's effect, the movement speed seems like almost unnecessary to make the item as good as it is. But I don't know. We'll see. Yule's maybe one of those items which needs I imagine like some tweaks maybe in some upcoming patches, but we'll see.
I think like the price, maybe the recipe cost or something, or cooldown wise, longer cooldown. But it already has a decent long cooldown, so maybe the cost of the item. I think the item is fine if it's maybe a bit more expensive.
It reminds me a bit of like Refresher, and then Refresher got a bit nerfed with the cooldown or something. That's the other thing you could change. You could change the cooldown on Yule's. It's got such a short cooldown as well. You can just spam it. It's what? Yeah, 23 seconds. Even just bumping it up to like 30 seconds or something could make a nice little difference.
Yeah, just a small change. I don't think it's like broken item. It's just like a bit. It's just very good.
No.
Just like the old boss stuff when they change and they take away the attack speed or the cooldown or the movement speed when you're forcing, like all the small little tweaks.
Well, now the push coming bottom lane. No Aegis this time around, so they're going to be a bit careful with positioning, but for now they see Aces mostly positioned up top and feeling like they can potentially take a fight around bottom lane. Tinker, 5k gold in reserve right now. Wanting to hold on to buyback. And there's no big item he can buy right now and still have buyback, so I'm seeing him just hold on to the money for the time being. If RRQ want to play this safe, they can just wait for that next Roshan respawn, which is actually coming in about 90 seconds time, so probably silly to actually go and try and make anything happen without waiting for the next Aegis, as well as Cheese.
They don't need to end the game right now. They're farming the whole map. They have Bristol and Shadow King cost, which I mean even their supports are all very good late game. So Tinker is not like super farm type of Tinker where you need to worry. The Tinker is just far from that point right now. He just bought Shivas or Hex?
Hex, it looks like.
Yeah. It's going for Hex.
Just needs the ultimate orb, so probably see him actually. He's still got buyback for the time being. We'll see if he decides to buy the Hex or not. I feel like at this point you're down a lane of racks, especially if RRQ get an Aegis in hand. You just need to buy the Hex, or you're probably just gonna lose. I mean, you may have a buyback and you may be able to hold one defense, but if you never buy that Hex, you're potentially in trouble.
Yeah, it's like you're never gonna win the game. You're just prolonging the game.
Yeah.
Or you're not gonna win.
Well, again, RRQ staying grouped up for the most part, so very disciplined play from them. They're not really splitting up around the map, giving any potential pickoffs for a Void or a Wind Ranger or whoever it may be. Kind of hard for Wind Ranger to get those pickoffs. We don't see any mobility items. There's no like Blink Dagger on your Wind Ranger or anything to actually set up those shackle shots, and I don't feel like we've seen too many big 2-hero shackle shots this game.
Maybe with the Hex from Tinker, things will change because you initiate with the Tinker, you hack someone, you force the enemy to come in, and those type of situations will open up a lot of chrono timings, shackle shot timings for your teammates to actually get a good lockdown off.
Yeah.
So I think it might actually change with the Hex from the Tinker.
Yeah, RRQ do have their Force Staffs prepared for that Hex, though. They've got Lion as well as Earthshaker, both sporting some spiffy looking Force Staffs, and Roshan now respawning, and it looks like that's going to be scattered out by Aces, actually, so they know Rosh is back, and maybe something they even want to contest here, especially with a Tinker buyback. Tinker not buying the Hex right now, but I feel like if you can get a good fight around Roshan, maybe having a buyback on your Tinker is going to be worthwhile in that scenario, should you be able to prevent RRQ from taking Rosh. But no, he's going to buy the Hex.
I think so, but he's going to finish the Hex. It's still good to initiate and win the fight if you have Hex. So it's
they need vision, which is going to be the hard part. If they had like a high ground ward or something.
I think if they can pick off like the Beastmaster before he rolls, be
the Beastmaster is the problem for the Tinker, because the Hulk gives vision and then he gets Blink Roared. The Blink from the Earthshaker, the Lion, just not quite as worrisome. But
they just need to wait for Mega Lane to go in and someone has to go back. Like the Tinker, maybe use like the time that Tinker needs to defend and use those small little of windows to actually do the rush.
Man, Aces need to get on that chat wheel and say, we need wards, because Roshan's going down and they have no vision over there. There's wards available in the shop, guys. And it looks like Roshan going to go down without a contest. that just happens so fast, and that's the thing. It's like, takes a blink in, and without vision, Aces can't really go in blindly. Whereas RRQ have the Beastmaster Hawk, have the map control around the pit. So Aegis going away. The Bristleback, cheese on your Beastmaster.
This is going to be difficult. Shadow Fiend completed the Satanic a while ago, so he's just going to run up, take all the damage, come back up, Satanic, regen up, and push again.
Well, this is where they want to use that Void Chronosphere and the Tinker Hex to try and burst down the heroes who don't have Aegis. Basically, ignore the Bristleback, try and kill the Shadow Fiend, or even someone like the Beastmaster. You mentioned initially on the Beastmaster, if you can kill him, prevent him from using the cheese, that's going to be a nice way to start a fight.
I think it's difficult for them to ignore the Bristleback. He's doing so much damage, and with the use he can set up for his team, so I'm not sure if they can ignore him. It's difficult.
Well, they swap it and Hex the Shadow Fiend. They're even going to drop a Chronosphere. They're going to entirely blow him up from full to nothing. Next, they do go into the Bristleback for a little bit here. He BKBs, and that's going to be enough. Lion goes down as well. It's a 2 for nothing for now. In goes... Oh, you avoid the Beastmaster. He gets hexed up as well. The Raw not going to be able to do too much. They've lost 3 just for a Skywrath Mage. RRQ getting punished here. Another Hex available in a second here. They're going to look to bring down the Bristleback. I don't know if they can do it twice. Tinker out of mana. Looks like the play is going to be to at least TP Tinker home so he can refresh. They're going to try and bring down the Bristleback again. Tinker should be TPing in shortly. Can he do so? Losing creeps here. There we go. The TP coming now, and actually loses the creep there. So, okay, they can kill the SF. And
yeah, but that was because they got the chrono. It's not about that. It's like the Bristol was in. They got a very good chrono. The Bristol was in the chrono, so he couldn't hit them when they were focusing the Shadow Fiend. There was just a really good corner there. They shouldn't be standing both of the most farm heroes too close. I mean, it just happened, but they won the fight because of that. The Void corner was very good just now, so they couldn't fight without. They need one of the cores doing damage while the other is being cornered.
Suddenly, this game gets a lot more interesting with Aces down a lane of racks, but that big fight turnaround, the Aegis as well as Cheese not working to RRQ's advantage, and suddenly things looking very different here. Aegis and Cheese were both used, and not just the Tinker's getting farmed. Windranger has a completed MKB. Void has got 3.5k gold complete. The Mjolnir if he wants to, or go a different direction, replacing his Quelling Blade.
I still think Axe would be very good. He just needs to set up though. Just needs to set up for the team.
Yeah.
That's all he needs to do. And you can't really go Refresher without Axe right now because of the mana constraints. Level 16 corner, 300 mana. You used to be able to do so, but you can't do it now. So getting Axe into Refresher just sets up for the late game scenario. Defend with Tinker and just Axe Refresher on the Void.
See what the plan's going to be for the Indonesian squad. RRQ grouped up for now. Have a gem in hand, looking to keep that map control going. Don't have any smokes, it looks like. Yeah, they've chewed through. Actually, they've got just the one on the Lion. Radiant side look to be the ones also running low / out of. They've got yeah, no smokes for 30 seconds, and they'll have the one back at base. So somewhat conservative late game, and pick your timings of when you want to use them.
Right now, I think the safest path would be just get the Aegis again, but that's gonna take another while. But yeah, that is the safest choice for them after that last fight.
Bristle at top. If he pokes his head too far forward, could find himself on the receiving end of that blink X.
He needs to be very careful. He can't get caught again.
Yeah, Bristle. For the most part, RRQ have been really good about not having heroes off by themselves. Like, they're never like farming heroes alone where they can get picked off by a Void, and now at this point it's going to be a Tinker Hex.
Yeah, but in the team fight, they need to stand their cores apart because they don't have supports to save them when they get cornered. Yeah. That's the problem with a Shaker Lion. It doesn't help now against corner.
And that chrono was so well placed because like Beastmaster can maybe blink in and roar someone like a Void, but the damage was coming from elsewhere. The damage was the Tinker, the Windranger, the Skywrath, and the Chronosphere was like right on the ramp, so you couldn't even get to the back lines with the Beastmaster unless he like somehow blinked over the Chronosphere, which was just going to be tricky to do so without putting himself in a terrible position. So that was just like the worst possible place to take a fight, with it being a choke point blocking the entire ramp with the Chronosphere.
Mm-hmm. They just need the Bristleback to run up first, so he scouts the surroundings before his teammates actually run up there. That would be the ideal. When he has the Aegis.
They're going to need another Aegis first, it sounds like. Bristleback continues the slightly unconventional mana items. Actually, he sold his Yules, it looks like.
Slightly unconventional, you say. If you want lockdown on Bristol, you get Abyssal.
Yeah. He's got the Hex. Alright.
He doesn't like to... They don't really like to go... Man, look at his name. Please don't judge my items.
Look, man, we're not judging. We're praising him. The Yule Scepter it worked out. We didn't judge him too early on that one. We let him prove its worth, and he proved its worth. So we'll give him time to prove the worth of this Scythe of Vice. And
okay, he
So
needs
about-
to run up the ramp, scout the surroundings, and avoid the same thing happening.
it does feel like they could benefit a lot from something like an AC or something, just for the aura and all that. But here we go to the high ground. We go. There's your Hex onto the Wind Ranger, followed by a roll. The Chronosphere comes out, just the Beastmaster. Actually, also catches out the Earthshaker behind him, and SF blink past BKB. Oh, that right click from your Bristleback doing a hefty chunk of damage here. Tinker needs to rejuvenate and come back here, but right now Rack's under siege here. There is a clip available. Tinker goes in with the Hex. It's on the Please Don't Judge, and uh-oh. Well, he's going to go 6 feet under where someone may be judging him there. Tinker needs to be coming back into the fray here. SF gets hexed up once more. Out of mana for a refresh here, and Tinker needs to get back to the wall to heal himself back up. SF still man-fighting himself up. Has the Satanic, but looks like the use was already gone through here. Skyreth now the next target. Hex comes in from the Tinker. One last go. Can he get back in? Needs another Hex on the SF. SF is further behind there. Tinker, one more Rockets. SF is going to get hexed up here. No spells left. He gets it with the right click. He even gets the kill on the line. It's a team wipe here. They lose the melee racks, but Tinker with some nice plays there in the end. A bit lacking in damage towards the end, and that's where, well, his next big item coming up soon. He's got 7k net worth and
Zap.
big team
It's
fight.
time to zap.
It is time to zap. Dagon 5. That's the plan, surely.
This is scary for RRQ.
And they did get both melee and ranged racks though, and their late game is still solid. SF Bristleback, you've got the Beastmaster with the auras and all that, but
Yeah, but I don't think they expected it to become so contested in the end.
this
They were
Beastmaster
having
needs to
a-
be careful. I think you could almost just go on him up top, but I guess not too concerned. Could
He
just go to
buying
creep.
Yeah, he got his Dagon. 800 Dagon. 700.
It's a Dagon 4. It doesn't 50 gold short of that Dagon 5, and also probably very concerned about buyback. So 400 short, should be able to farm that before RRQ go for another push, or Roshan potentially, which is going to be respawning in, well, 9 seconds time. Okay. Fast Roshan respawn. Very fast, almost as fast as it can get as far as that Roshan respawn goes.
Even if they have, I think they need, even with Aegis, still, I think Aces can still win a fight. They need to save buyback on Tinker and Wind Ranger. I think these two. Void is actually, you don't really need buyback on that guy because if he drops his chrono, that's about it. So if it just drop a good chrono, he doesn't have buyback anyway. So
his job's to chrono. That's why building the Acceptor makes sense, because it's all his involvement's going to be all about that chronosphere. So you may as well have more
more
chronosphere,
duration.
more uptime. Yeah.
More uptime. That's why I felt he. I actually talked about this item way before he got his VKB, and so I thought it was a good game to have an X upgrade on a Void this game.
Tinker goes all the way. Dagon 5 doesn't have buyback, but also probably feeling like RRQ unlikely to try another push like they just did. So kind of risky to make this move, but for now, he's very close mid lane to getting caught out here. If he gets caught, he flips forward. He force ups to the high ground. Oh my gosh, he's playing with fire. He gets hexed up, but he gets back to his team. They're going to bring down the Bristleback. Oh my gosh, that was so close to just being the game instantly lost off of that. Instead, they're going to turn it around, get the kill on the Bristleback. It looks like they'll get the Beastmaster as well. Yes, they do with the laser. Tinker's Dagon 5 giving us some serious oomph right now. And Skyreth will TP himself home.
Every coin helps.
If Tinker dies there, they lose the game.
He has a lot of charges though. He will revive quickly.
That's true. And that's where I guess buyback's less important because he has got all these bloodstone charges, but a buyback gives him essentially a third life to some extent.
That was close though, in the end of the day. He didn't die and they got kills on RRQ core heroes. So, big turnaround,
That
and Roche is already up.
Some that blink forward, and he just suddenly like he blinked into the smoke, and I think RRQ, because it was as RRQ blinked at him, so RRQ were like, wait, what? Where did you go? It was just completely taken by surprise.
Yeah,
What?
it was a very like a random thing. So
Yeah, that was
They
the
got- they were
last
like-
thing RRQ were expecting from the Tinker to do at that point. That was
they were like, what? He just blinked to us and he just like realized,
Yeah.
whoops, I just blinked the 3 heroes, I have 4 stuff.
he was. I think he was looking to blink towards his teammates to meet up with them in that dire jungle, and just happened to blink into RRQ. Well, it worked out, and now T2 tower being taken. Tinker does have buyback as well as the 20 bloodstone charges, and he's getting a bit spicy here in the late game. Wind Ranger building into the Daedalus has got a lot of right-click damage here, and that's where someone like a Wind Ranger, if you get a shack on the SF, you just focus fire that SF right down.
Yeah, plus the lockdown from Tinker from a ship, you're just gonna die. You're never gonna get your satanic off. They need the Beastmaster or the Lion to just... They need to kill the Tinker first in the fight.
There's
they
a
kill
lot
the
of heroes they
Tinker,
have to
they
address
can-
this game.
Yeah. They need to kill the Tinker before everything. Like, it really relies on how well the Chronosphere is placed from the Void. If the Void gets a good Chronosphere, then killing the Tinker is very hard.
And this gold graph going up, up, up right now. Only a 5,000 net worth difference. That was once much bigger. 14, 15,000 experience has gone in Aces' favor here in the late game. I guess at this point everyone's kind of reached their key levels. Only Lion not level 16, but as far as Aces is concerned, they've got all their big ultimates at peak level, including the Venge level 3 swap, one of the big ones.
Yeah, if they can actually get enough time till the refresh. I think if they once they get refresher on Void, they cannot lose anymore. Once they get refresher and double chrono, double BKB on Void, it's just... I don't think they can disengage. Team
That's
engage
a
already.
long ways away though. Like Void is not getting much farm right now.
Yeah, they have Tinker to buy time for the game to actually last that long.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
The problem is Tinker buying time is also taking all the farm on the map. Like Void finding farm on the map is always going to be tricky. Not to mention
jungle.
RRQ are the ones who are going to be pushing with Aegis and Cheese. So
Yeah, but it's still like... It's still when... If they can actually reach that point, it's just going to be
Yeah.
very hard to lose.
well, they're going to stall again because Aegis and Cheese picked up SF with the Aegis this time. I like this a bit better than the Bristleback Aegis we've been seeing. It feels like SF is a big one. Blink, Echo Slam, the nice swap out the Void. Now going to look to turn things around. Chronosphere on 3. Big problems here. SF just going to throw the Requiem for the minus damage aura, but they've already lost the Earthshaker, lose Beastmaster and Bristleback as well. The right clicks from the Wind Ranger will pay for it with his life. It's a 3 for 2 so far. Buyback from your Earthshaker. Misa in some trouble here. Time walk out. He gets out of there. The SF has Aegis here, so they don't want to overcommit to this one, and Void will get out once. Here's going to be a kill on your SF. Goes down. Tinker needs an escape. Forced up to the higher ground. He may even go back in. He has a Dagon 5. Hex available as well. Lion is low, lurking around, ready for
They
a Hex or Impale on Tinker.
already won though, so... Don't need to take any risks.
Yep.
They got Aegis
Earthshaker
2 for...
used a buyback in that fight too.
No, 3 for 2 actually, with the Aegis.
I guess, well, even 4 for 2 with the Earthshaker and SF also, well, SF Aegis.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Very good fight.
So right now you want to sell your Blink on Shadowfiend, you get something else. Against Tinker.
Does
I
he
mean,
go for
I
a
think
Hex
maybe...
even?
Yeah, sheep. I think you can go for sheep for the
Shivers?
Shadowfiend. Can I? No, sheep.
Oh,
Hex.
sheep.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Sheep sounds good. It doesn't feel like AC is going to make a huge difference. Like, if he gets Hex, he's dead regardless. The armor's not going to save his life, so... The only other option is like, what, like a Lincoln's or something, but it doesn't feel like...
Dinkins, yeah. Either that or Dinkins. I think Hex is the best.
Boots of Travel for now, and we'll see where it goes after that. Refresher is like a courier item is also possible, so you can refresh your ultimate, refresh your BKB Satanic, but...
Yeah, but it doesn't win you the fight though. The thing that wins you the fight is if you can kill the Tinker.
That's where the sheep stick seems...
Yeah, the Bristol is just buying all the items that the Shadowfiend should get.
Yeah. The other option is just pure damage and get like a Daedalus, but...
He
We'll
can't
see.
hit anyone. That's the thing with Kama
Yeah.
Hex.
It's getting locked
So
down
it's-
pretty damn hard. 5-second
Where's he
BKB, no bueno.
He buy MK, no bueno. Mr. Bruno leaving a mark there.
Well,
he gets a MKB.
SF does? Okay.
Yeah, but it's only going to be useful against Wind Ranger.
And he's just getting locked down so heavily in these fights. Even that last fight, he didn't get hit by the Chronosphere, but still ends up going down just to the Hex as well as the Wind Ranger Focus Fire. Wind Ranger doesn't have buyback for this upcoming fight. I think Aces may play things a bit safer because of that, but...
They can take a fight though if they see the bit.
If they get a good Chronosphere, and Tinker is 3 lives essentially with 21 Bloodstone charges, so Tinker can play very aggressively. At the same time, you don't want to throw away a life for nothing. You want to make sure you at least get like a kill or 2 with a kill at least with each life.
You talk about the Lincolns. I think Lincolns would be good on the Tinker to replace maybe the 4-star. So because like you think about it, if you're the Tinker player, you feel like if RRQ wins a fight, you get picked off first. So you get Lincoln, so it's harder for them to pick you off.
You know, you can have the link. You can use the Lincolns at base, put the full stuff in your inventory, then TP into a fight and have Lincoln run for stuff.
I want to have Lincolns on myself so I can keep refreshing it.
Yeah, that's true. The full staff has just served him so well. Even in that last mid fight where he full staff up the hill, that helped him out as well. So I mean, looking at these fights, the full staff is still actually being very useful. He goes for Manta style for now.
I think the first staff is still, it's already served its purpose. But like getting Lincolns means that he can, you can go in. That's the difference. You can go in and you don't have to worry so much because you have the protection.
Well, Manta style's going to give him some extra split push power and just confusion, I guess, in general. I'm just going to use that to even split push slightly faster. Manta Illusion's hitting reasonably hard. In top lane, RRQ, no Aegis in hand. They have got the Chi still and the Bristleback. Mounting some kind of a push here. No Tinker buyback and no Wind Ranger buyback at the time being. RRQ, of course, do not know this and probably assume that these heroes do a buyback, but Aces are actually living life on the edge with their lack of buybacks on some of their big heroes.
And you talk about how the Void is going to farm the refresher. He has 3k now. Just saying, he's halfway there. It's not far from the refresher. And once they get the refresher on Void, I think they cannot lose. It's very hard for them to lose a fight if they execute properly.
Well, and the main thing that could happen is Void gets like Hex and killed. See, right now the pipe
it's difficult though because he's gonna be hiding and he just needs to be KD and come in and chrono one guy. And the second chrono will be very good because you need to come in and save the first guy.
Tinker just stalling things out here. Scarif is actually chilling at bottom lane, maybe gonna start split pushing things a little bit here, just add some extra pressure. The creep wave veil for extra push. The rat tactics coming out here for Aces. All of a sudden, actually looking okay here, even though they're down 2 lanes of racks. They're holding on and winning all the recent team fights. Buyback back up on your Tinker. And win range just short 550, so it's a bit of extra cash to get there. So Tinker going to make a quick appearance down bottom lane.
This is anyone's game and it's fine.
Yeah.
Once the Void gets the refresher, I think it's
if you miss a Chronosphere or something, that puts Aces in a really tough spot here. He has to make sure this Chronosphere counts.
Yeah, the thing is it's like RRQ needs to send someone up to hit the tower. You can always chrono the guy in front and just... Are you guys gonna save the guy? You save the guy, I refresh and I chrono the people behind and Tinker is gonna kill everyone. So it's very difficult for them to fight if he has refresher. And because they don't have like supports that can save during the corner, so it's very hard for them to deal with it.
Void gonna show himself bottom lane, but here comes RRQ considering an initiation here. There's no Venge behind him, it's just the Skywrath and Void. Time walks backwards, both teams kind of playing a game of cat and mouse right now. Neither quite sure who's the cat though, I feel.
The cat would probably be Aces because they are trying to rat with Tinker. Sorry, the mouse would be the mouse would be Aces and the cat would be RRQ.
Yeah, RRQ are trying to hunt him down, but struggling to find them for the most part. Being constantly thwarted.
The entrance of the rat cave is very good now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The rat and the mouse.
Echo Slam from a blink. The Roar is going to come out as well, I believe. Yep, they're going on Mies. They're going to bring him down just barely. Tinker shows up and You see a TP out from your Sky. That Skyreth and Earthshaker were practically shaking hands in that trees. Cat and mouse to the next level there. That cat needs to improve his sense of smell if he couldn't find that Skyreth mage there. But he found something juicier, and that was this Void Rat. He's a lot tastier and a lot more nutritious as far as RRQ's health and chances of winning this game are concerned. So
yeah, if they force the buyback, it's very good. They're in good position. Fresh.
Goodbye, refresher. Yeah.
Goodbye.
They may be able to not use it though. Tinker just so good at stalling himself, and that's gonna be hard for RRQ to actually suppress this one. I feel
they need to hit a raw on some crucial target, but the bench can always swap though, so it's difficult.
And so Tinker just trying to bait out BKBs here, just keep spamming that Hex with the Bristleback, and no damage being done to tier 4s, no damage being done to the top lane. 30 seconds on this Void respawn. Well, that time has already been wasted here. Now Bristleback gonna go in here. Thinks about hitting the tier 3 tower, but gets silenced up, takes a lot of damage and things. Is this really the best idea? The other big worry is if you get like shackled to something, but a Void could just buy back and catch you in a Chronosphere before you can back off. 10 seconds and Void is not going to need to use that buyback. Good holding from Aces. And that's the thing, like with a Void dead, RRQ got nothing done in that 5v4 scenario.
They got like 1 or 2 right clicks on the tower. That's about it.
Bling up from the bench. He gets the swap back. Bristleback has been caught out. He's got a BKB here. Where's that Void? He's going to go past here. Doesn't use the Chronosphere immediately. Use it on the SF, but he's not killing the SF. Someone's going to get it with the Bristleback. Where's that Tinker? We need the lockdown, and this has not been the best fight for Aces. They kind of wasted the Chronosphere in the backlines there. Nice shackle just when he catch the Beastmaster, though. Tinker needs to start dealing some damage. He needs to re-arm. Going to TP himself home instead. No disable to cancel that one. The Void is dead, though, on the sideline. Skyreth going to go Scepter up. 4-staff in 1 stick. 4-staff, but he's still too slow to get out of this one. Tinker shows up with the Hex. Skyreth gets brought down in the end. Void shows up once more. No Chronosphere, though. SF pops the Satanic, heals himself back up. Wind Ranger needs to buy back. Will do so. Void getting low. Just died back as well. Tinker now. He's got lives. He needs to start using them and getting some kills off of this. Bristleback going to buy back. It looks like it's all in from RRQ. They want to win this game. SF going to go down. That's 100 seconds on the sidelines unless he wants to buy back, and buy back he will. RRQ chewing through 3 buybacks here and doesn't feel like...
killed the creep. The Windrunner killed the creep.
Oh, is that the SF TP? Oh my. Bristleback has to be so careful here. If Tinker comes back with a Hex, he's in trouble, and there it is. There's the Hex, the Focus Fire as well, the Magic Missile. Can they bring down the Bristleback? The Roar comes up just in time, perhaps? No! Die back from your Bristleback. 2 minutes on the sideline. XOT gets shackled up, and uh-oh. This is looking really bad for RRQ. It's a die back on Beastmaster as well. Phoenix trying to get one last kill. Can he get the Wind Ranger? He gets the Finger of Death. He won't get anyone, though. Oh, no. He wanted that Wind Ranger. If he got the Wind Ranger there, it would have maybe salvaged things a little bit, but absolute catastrophe for RRQ. That was not even the best fight for Aces.
They got creeps killing the tier 4, at least.
Well, SF may have to go full rat mode and just go for a backdoor here because he's got no teammates for some time. Earthshaker does respawn now, but SF needs to go big or something.
Necrobook tree.
It even feels like, I don't know, like having Skadi and Satanic at this point, it feels like he would get more out of like a Daedalus than having a Skadi as far as damage.
I think the MKB is not very useful. Like you mentioned, he's always constantly locked down in the fight. He cannot do anything.
Well, Shaker is gonna head down towards bottom lane, finds a haste room, but defend top is gonna be the name of the game. What has Shaker got in mind? He's gonna look to scurry his way back home. The good news is they had their full base intact, so right now they're buying time for these long respawners. 35 seconds on Bristleback on Beastmaster. Glyph is being used though. They're going for the throne. They want to all in this one. Risky play here. They haven't got the best. Okay, they've got good physical damage. They've got more than enough here. Earthshaker's gonna have to go and look to make a play here. The fish are gonna start things off. There's your Lion and Pale. Stalling things up pretty decently, and it looks like with 18 seconds left, they will at least buy time for the respawns here. Tinker blows up the Lion. Oh my, they're just losing too many heroes. They may be buying time for the respawns, but at what cost?
They have Focus Fire up soon. 5 seconds again for the throne.
Here we go, Beastmaster and Bristle coming back online. SF goes in, Requiem gonna get cancelled. Beastmaster goes in with the Roar. Gadget can't bring down the Wind Ranger. That is a dieback here. Yabba Yao, the SF needs the Satanic Beast being chain disabled. He won't get a chance to use it. Oh no, they'll lose the Tinker it looks like, but he's got 28. Count him good Bloodstone charges. He don't care. Insta respawn from your Tinker. He's coming back, and he's got another buyback if he needs to use it. Still has a good chunk of Bloodstone charges as well. They're losing everyone here. It's going to be GG, it looks like here. Please don't judge. Says, please don't kill me. Looks like they'll oblige. They're going to go for the throne instead, and, well, even killing off the Bristleback's effigy here as Aces going to take game 3, it looks like here. Bristleback just getting ignored. He gets hexed up. They focus the throne. No one's respawning anytime soon. 4-staff across, and it's GG. RRQ get 2-1s here. A very close series. I gotta say, Winter, that was a hell of a game 3.
The comeback was real. We didn't get to see the refresher on the Void, but the Tinker alone was already too much for them to deal with. I just think they needed more sustain though in the fights if they have the proper item builds, and on the Bristle and the Shadow Fiend, the most optimal item builds, then they would have probably be able to close out the game.
It never felt like the Earthshaker or the Lion could properly use their disables in fights as well. It was always like the Void kind of initiating in, the Tinker doing his thing.
Yeah, it's like at the point of the game where supports like Earthshaker and Lion cannot offer too much to the team already.
Well, that's our first series of today done. It was a cracker, and it's the Vietnamese team Nvidia Aces who will advance the next round of the SEA qualifiers for the Summit 3. We've got another series coming up, though. It's going to be MVP Hot 6 taking on First Departure. So, guys, stick around. Myself, GoDz, WinteR, are going to be going into that series set to start pretty damn soon. So, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, our next BO3 of the day going to be underway.